Hello, Shantoni from Grounded Mind. How are you doing today? Today I want to talk about boundaries. I want to talk about boundaries and what boundaries means to me so I can share that with you. Now, a boundary is something that you put in place to make sure that you don't cross something, because if you do cross that boundary, it can create things in your life that make your life harder. So a boundary is put in so it's not crossed, so you don't have to have a harder life. Boundaries are so important, and I know it's used a lot, but in terms of mind body healing and mindset change, a boundary can be formed when you start saying something like no. Not in that way, but just no. One of the things I had to learn to do was to step away from being a people pleaser, stepping away from being reactive, and step away from being the go-to person in my professional life, in some aspects of my personal life, and just life in general, because naturally how I'm built, and I'm guessing how a lot of you are built, is that you are this person that is always on the go. I can do this, I can do that, blah blah blah, blah. And in 2017 I had an autoimmune disease, and I know a lot of people that have got mind body conditions, or vestibular migraine, or vertigo, whatever it is, or PPPD, have had an autoimmune disease, have had something wrong with their skin or their gut, and it's just bizarre how the correlation happens through just people that I speak to, even not just through people that I coach. And we are the kind of person that has potentially suffered with anxiety, and in the past have suffered with things like not being able to sleep, etc. So one of the things that I had to do from my first condition in 2017 called lichen planus was to learn to say no. Because before that I was fixing this, I was doing that, I was calling this person, I was going here, I was going there, as well as having children, as well as being a full-time mom, as well as studying, as well as going to the gym, and I was piling it on. Now think about what my nervous system was thinking or doing or saying then, which is why I had that breakout. And I learnt to rein it in, and I set myself boundaries. And then it's like slowly it just creeps back in, and because naturally it's hard to spot it. And when you're in remission for something and you're okay, it's like your mind then goes back to the old way of being. And that's when in 2021 vestibular migraine crept in, and vertigo became chronic, tinnitus happened, the chronic unsteady feeling and unbalanced feeling was there 24/7. And that was because I became a yes person again, and I wasn't looking after myself as well as I should have done. And your brain remembers, and we've got to remember that our brain remembers. I think the post before this video will just look at what that says. And so the whole point of this is that we need to learn to set boundaries, and we need to learn to stick to them. And the thing with boundary setting now, like fast forward for me to 2026, I now have, it's not hard for me to say no to something, or to take that time out from something, or not to be flicking on my phone, or just doing things that will allow me to be in the present, which is where I need to be, and where I believe you guys should try to be a bit more. Because living in the past and living in the future is when our nervous system is like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And while doing those things, doing this and doing that, and doing this and doing that, and not saying no, and being everyone's hero, it doesn't work for you. And the sad thing is that it does work for some people, but people that have got sensitivities, people that have got the types of brains that we have, we need to learn to set boundaries and say no. I wanted to share this today, and I really hope it helps somebody think about what they're doing in life, and how they can put some things to a side, and how they can actually bring in time for themselves and set that boundary. I hope this helps. If it has helped, let me know. Share with me. Share my video, like my video, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.